fourth competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the game between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles, and quite possibly the game we should have won this year. Much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, what's up, John?
What's up?
Excellent.
Dude, we had that game in our hands, man. We had it in our hands.
The game was in our hands, man.
Game was in our hands. And now today we get to play
Not on the rug, man.
the Giants today. What was that? Oh, on that soundbite, I was like, why did it sound like someone was in the mic going? But no, that was that dude peeing on the rug. That was Woo peeing on the rug.
Woo peed on the rug, man.
Woo peeing on the rug. Woo.
I got a rash, man.
And this guy peed on it.
This guy peed on it.
Shut up, Donnie. Welcome, everybody, to Harry Hog Football episode number 484.
Yeah.
In which we discuss the game against the Eagles. Oh, wow, there's a stink bug crawling up my monitor.
That's what they do.
Except there was one time that one landed in my glass of water by my bed, and I drank it.
Oh,
It got into my mouth.
Dude,
it was so nasty.
Bug. We were
It
all like,
stank-
"Hey, listen to this." People were like
It got in
dying.
my mouth, and I felt it. But I thought it was it biting me, but it was probably you know how they have those like sticky legs.
Yeah.
It was probably just like walking around in there, but I thought it was biting me, and it let off its stench in my mouth. Dude, it was so nasty.
What?
Yeah, I
No
spit
way.
it out. I ran into the bathroom, and I was putting soap in my mouth. The only thing I could find was hand soap, and I'm spraying it in my mouth and swashing it around in there. And then I was Googling is stink bug spray poisonous? I didn't know if you ingested it, if it was poison.
If you ingested, is it or is it just going to give you rank burps? Ah.
I don't know, but
Kids, come here. What does it smell like? Ah.
I drank a stink bug. The Redskins drank a stink bug at the end of that game.
Nope. You know who drank a stink bug at the end of that game? Josh effing Norman.
Oh, yeah, let's discuss that. As soon as I saw him coming in, I was just like,
Oh.
you couldn't find one more guy off the street that would like to play football.
And then they couldn't because everyone got hit, is injured. Like Jimmy Moreland's out for the rest of the year. They put him on injured reserve. They brought in everybody. They brought in
Danny Johnson?
Danny Johnson was the first. He was the first person that was in for him.
Is he okay? He had 10 tackles last week.
He had a great game, actually. He was a lot better than he looked like when he played before.
He's a lot better than Norman.
Norman had 3 plays. 3 plays. On the first play, he tried to get in a fight. The second play, it was a run. And the third play, he gave up a damn touchdown. So they have all week they've been signing guys off the street, like the security guard at 7-Eleven.
Who do we get? Because I didn't really pay attention this week because I've been busy with pre-Christmas
That's right. You were
festivities.
Sick. You were
and
sick.
I was sick.
This week.
We
That's
were
why
going to do this on Wednesday, but I was
so
sick.
late. Let me see what I can find on the team.
Are we actually live on YouTube? Because usually people pop in here. Of course, they might be pre-gaming.
I don't know. Let me see if I can bring that up as well. They might be pre-gaming.
Because right now when I click over to YouTube, it says live streaming isn't available right now.
It says live now. It might be pre-gaming. Yep. We're
okay,
live.
We're on there. Why does it always tell me the wrong thing and I'm the one actually broadcasting?
Why am I signed out of YouTube?
I don't know.
But I'm in there. Sign in to chat.
All right, we're live. No one's in the chat room. That's the first time in forever. Of course, we are doing
because
it
it's Christmas vacation.
You say this Christmas.
Holiday Road.
Holiday Road. You know what's all right? So this Christmas, the entire month when I'm driving around and the girls like to listen to Christmas music in the car, and I swear I have yet to have a trip, 10-minute trip, 15-minute trip, hour trip, wherever I'm going.
Singing Holiday Road.
No, the one song, and I don't know why this is so random, but for whatever reason they're playing it all over the Christmas circuit this year. You ready?
It's that song that you were singing last week, isn't it?
Last Christmas,
dude, I heard that. I went to the grocery store early this morning.
I gave it away.
I heard
it's Wham!
Yeah, but it's done by I kept telling you it's because every kid in Disney's history in the last 20 years has sang that song as well. Because every time I hear
the original Wham version.
Yeah, which is cool and everything. But every time I hear it, it's like a 13-year-old girl singing it. This morning at the grocery store, there was a 13-year-old girl singing it.
Oh, you mean walking around?
Walking around. Well, not for real, but over the loudspeaker. I just started hearing it as I'm going down the coffee aisle, and I'm like,
wait, you mean you've heard a 13-year-old girl covering the song or walking and singing it?
No,
okay.
No, I was at the grocery store at 8 in the morning, so I don't think anyone was singing anything.
I've only been hearing the actual Wham
this morning, though. Do what?
I've only been hearing the actual Wham song.
You do live in Georgetown, Indiana. Maybe they don't have Disney there.
We'll give it to somebody special.
You gave it away.
Dude, we sound so much like Wham and George Michael and whoever the other dude is that we're probably going to get a copyright strike on our podcast today.
Does anyone listening to this podcast, and I don't know if there is, but if anyone's listening to this podcast or they're listening to the podcast later on, if you know the name of the other guy from Wham, don't look it up. It's George Michael and somebody else. If you know the name of the other person, Eric someone. Eric someone?
I don't know.
If you know the name of Eric. All right, so.
What an unfortunate name, Wham.
Last Christmas.
The very next day you give it away. All right, let's talk about the Redskins.
All right, guys that are on injured reserve. Kerrigan's on injured reserve. Paul Richardson is on injured reserve because he's $150. And Everett is on injured reserve.
So who do we have to play defensive back this week?
Let's see. We signed.
Because you already said Jimmy Moreland's on defense.
We signed Maury Smith to the practice squad. He's a defensive back. He's also the president of the NFL Players Association.
Hold on. Is Quentin Dunbar on injured reserve? Or is he playing
Quentin Dunbar is on injured reserve, yes.
He is?
I don't see him on. No, they didn't say he was on injured reserve, but he's out for this game. And Landon Collins might be out as well because he's got an Achilles injury, and he wants to play against the Giants.
Yeah, well, he needs to be out because we can't risk losing him for next year.
Whoa.
They haven't announced the inactives yet, and it's almost 1:30 or 11:30, so they should have him up, right?
It's right around, I don't know, 90 minutes beforehand, so it should be right around now. We signed Maury Smith, the president of the NFLPA,
it's a different
as a defensive back. We signed Timo Paris off the practice squad. We signed tight end Caleb Wilson. We promoted Darvin Kidsey from the practice squad. We signed a wide receiver Emmanuel Hall to the practice squad. Do you guys know who any of these people are? I remember Timo Paris.
I remember
Darvin Kidsey. It's hard to forget that name.
We need defensive backs, though. We don't have Landon Collins. We don't have Quentin Dunbar. We don't have the People's Corner. We have Josh Norman, so we need another one for him.
Oh, man. I hate Josh Norman so very, very much. Can we just give him an overall kick for his entire career with the Redskins right now?
He was a bigger bust than Dion.
He's the worst ever.
Bigger bust than Dion, dude.
Bigger bust. We're not talking in the Hall of Fame.
I bet you're wondering how I got this beverage. I'm not going to be an advertisement for it, but how
How'd
I
you
got
get
this
that
beverage
today?
on a Sunday.
Where'd that come from? Did
I
you?
got it yesterday. It was in the fridge.
I was about to say, was it stick it in the fridge? Stick it in the fridge. Stick it
It's
in the
lemonade.
fridge. Stick it in the fridge.
I had it in the fridge so I could have it during the podcast. Oh, yeah. I wanted to thank you for my brilliant mug.
Oh, sweet.
Dude, can I go get it to show the
Yeah, dude.
All right. Talk amongst yourself, and I'll be right
All right. Those of you that may be
me,
looking at
like,
my scarf right
30
now, I've
seconds.
got my Tottenham Hotspur scarf on, along with my Redskins shirt, because Tottenham Hotspur is playing Chelsea right now on the TV above my computer. It's 0-0 for those who are into soccer. Third minute. Anyway, I got Aaron an awesome mug for Christmas. I also gave him a glass out of a set of Redskins glass with our dog, one of the most underrated, like 10,000-yard catchers ever, Santana Moss. Aaron loves that guy. So I sent those to him for Christmas. I got like a set of 4 Redskins pint glasses and a bucket. They came with the bucket. Someone was selling it on eBay, so I got it. So I ended up with Clinton Portis, who we're going to talk about in a little bit here on Harry Hog Football, and all the stuff, including Headlights, who's apparently one of the guys in charge of this whole thing where they're I don't know, there's a bunch of players who are buying quote unquote stuff for their house, for like hyperbaric chambers and stuff for their house that they never ever got, and then they charge like the NFLPA for the I was just talking about how Clint Portis and friends and Riche Caldwell Headlights is the one in charge of that whole crazy thing where they're buying like hyperbaric chambers and stuff for like pregnant women, and they're charging to the NFL like retired players fund and saying, hey, you guys need to pay for this. This is for my treatment.
The thing is they're idiots, dude. In
They're
fact,
idiots.
Someone probably told them to do that.
Yeah.
Like some
There's so
idiot
many-
that they trusted.
Dude, like Robert McCune, who was on the Redskins for a hot minute, was on there. A couple other guys, but you know which one was in charge. There were 2 people that they busted for being in charge. One was Joe Horn, the wide receiver from the Saints, and the other was
He needed something for his eyes.
Riche Caldwell.
They were the ringleaders of
What?
this.
I can't see you. What?
Riche Headlights Caldwell was the leader. I wore this, and
They say allegedly, supposedly.
I wore this shirt today in support of Clinton Portis. He can't help it that he's dumb. Although
poor
I don't
guy,
know if
so-
the law allows for dumbness to come into.
I don't think they do.
I don't think the law allows for dumbness.
Our word.
All right, I am going to reveal the official mug, my official coffee drinking mug of Harry Hog Football.
All right.
It was my Christmas present from John.
I thought you would like this mug. The coach, Joe Gibbs, from the Hall of Fame.
All right, so there's Joe Gibbs now
Mm-hmm.
with a purple background
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
with weird like writing on it. It says like BT8. Like I don't know what that writing is.
BT8?
Yeah, look on this. Look right here. BT
Maybe is it like play
then-
call and stuff?
8. I don't know. Is it like play calls?
Maybe. I don't know. It's got the weird like I don't know. Ohio. I don't know. That mug may have come out like pre-internet. So, Ohio was quite behind compared to the coasts back before pre-internet. Or back in
says
pre-internet days.
Legend.
I know, because I lived there for a couple of summers.
It says Legends
Legend.
of the NFL, Joe Gibbs. Okay, so that shows him getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. And then you come around the mug here. It
There he is,
transforms into Joe Gibbs on the sideline.
with his humongous glasses.
his giant glasses, his giant headset, and his bust.
His bust.
And it
I
says
thought you would like that
NFL.
mug.
This mug came out in 1997. I'm guessing that's when he got inducted.
Oh, that's like 2 years after I got my first email address at elon.edu.
And it did say on the bottom, it did say officially licensed product. So
Yeah.
I think someone just sells those stickers, but still. It's an awesome mug, the official
$10
mug of the Redskins of Harry Hog football. The purple background is what gives it that wow factor.
For purple background majesty upon the
like if you look closely at the background, it could be like clouds with like lightning going through them.
Maybe.
Or
I don't
it
know.
could be play calls, or it could just be like it might have been burgundy at one point, and it's like 20-some years old, so it faded to purple.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they had that. Oh,
Did we miss something in the Tottenham game up there?
A player in soccer actually got hit, like for real. He didn't get shot by a sniper from the gallery.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, let's talk about Zach Ertz in that game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Zach Ertz and his wife, the soccer player.
He got hit pretty weakly, and all of a sudden he was acting like he just got crushed, and we got a penalty call on it, which was weak. But that wasn't the only weak penalty call. The weakest was against Ryan Anderson when he hit the quarterback in the waist. While he still had the ball, and we got a penalty, and that was crucial.
Yeah, it really was.
I believe. Here comes my kids. I believe that drive ended up in 7 for them. Am I correct?
I don't know. It was a week ago.
All right. Well, it did. We're just gonna say it did, and we don't have anyone in the peanut gallery to tell us what really happened. The only people in the peanut gallery right now are you and me. And we just keep seeing yo and yo. The funny thing is about this, when people rewatch this on YouTube, it times the comments in the chat with you watching that video. So anyway, yeah. So that was pretty weak. Let's actually talk about this game, and then let's go watch some football.
Yeah, really.
All right. First thing I want to say is I believe this is Dwayne Haskins' best game thus far.
Absolutely. He had a really good game.
He looked more confident than ever. He was hitting most of his passes. There was the one, I thought, pretty ingenious play call where he actually kept the ball in the option.
I think we want to see more of that with him because he's a big guy and he can take hits. I want to see him go out there and do that.
Especially when they only need like 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. Or, I don't know, a 4th and 1, and we can actually, now that Jay Gruden's gone, we can actually, I don't know, do a quarterback freaking sneak.
Yeah.
For the first time in 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I can count on one hand how many times when Jay Gruden was the coach. I should like cut this down to 3. I can count on one hand how many times he did a quarterback sneak. Ever.
Yeah, so Dwayne Haskins was 19 of 28 with 261 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's not shabby.
It's not shabby. And Terry McLaurin had a fantastic game.
It was really only, we'll talk about him in a minute. He had 5 yards shy of Carson Wentz, but Carson Wentz threw 43 passes.
Yeah, really. That's because he hit Terry McLaurin on those long deep. Terry McLaurin went for 130 in this game, including that 75-yard bomb.
Yeah, 5 for 130 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin was by far our best pickup this season. He should get the game ball of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah. Thanks, Dwayne Haskins. Not fire at Bruce Allen.
Yeah. If you'll notice, if you guys actually tune in and watch the YouTube version of this podcast, we now permanently have Fire Bruce Allen prominently displayed in the center of the screen until it happens.
Yeah, really.
It's staying there.
It's staying there, right there, with its triple exclamation points.
Triple. Yeah, let's talk about Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Because Terry McLaurin is a beast, dude.
He's awesome.
So for this season, I don't know if you realize this or not, but he can go over 1,000 yards still. He's got 833 yards with 2 games left.
And the games are against the Giants, who have a bad defense, excuse me, and the Cowboys.
Yeah. And that's only on 51 catches, dude. It's 16.3 yards a catch, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So that was an awesome pickup. I mean, I don't know what to say. He's just good.
I mean,
you throw it to him, he
really.
catches it. Art Monk style.
Yeah, really. He is kind of like an Art Monk. He's got that bigger body. Yeah, he's doing really well.
You know who else stepped up? Ryan Anderson.
Steven Sims Jr., Ryan Anderson. We got all these rookie guys and young guys who are stepping up. Ryan Anderson actually looks like a second-round draft pick that we got. What was it, 3 years ago?
I think. Is this only his second year?
I think it's 3. I don't know.
He needs to develop. Like sometimes I feel like we let guys go too early, especially Kendall Fuller.
Yep. Who is going to be a free agent here in a couple games. We need to
get him. Let's get him back.
Get him back.
We let him go too early. Then there was the debacle with your guy. Who was the guy that just needed glasses?
Carlos Rogers, who's also named in that hyperbaric chamber stuff case.
We saw what Preston Smith has been able to do with the Packers this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how much of this goes back to like Greg Minuski?
I guess somewhat. I just don't think Greg Minuski's that good.
And Bruce Allen.
Yeah, it's Ryan Anderson's 3rd year, by the way. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's good. I think we got a young nucleus, so to speak. We just need leaders of men in there to take them to the next level. And we need more fatties.
We need more fatties. I mean, we need to fire Bruce Allen is what we need to do, and then get a whole new coaching staff.
I saw an article where D'Angelo Hall doesn't think Bruce Allen's going to be fired.
I still never trust anything that D'Angelo Hall ever says.
Yeah, he was also the guy that in week 1 or something said that Trent Williams was coming back sooner or later.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Sooner than later.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about Steven Sims Jr. Most of the time I'm like, dude, why are you returning it? Okay, I gotta say. Because rarely does anyone break one from the goal line or from the end zone and bring it back, right? But if you get a short kick, all right, go ahead and return it. But this week, let's see what he had. I had the stats up here. He had a couple of big returns. I'm trying to find them. I'm trying to stall.
I
want to say he had 80-some yards. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Returns, yes. Steven Sims Jr. had 3 for 89 yards. His long was 41. 29-yard average. Pretty good. Punt returns, though, not so great. 2 for 8 yards.
Yeah. Generally, I mean, unless they kick it to like the 1-yard line, you don't want to return it if it goes in the end zone whatsoever. Yeah, because you get 25 yards, you get a quarter of the field no matter what. So he needs to, I don't know. But you know what? He's a heck of a lot better than Trey Quinn. I know some of you guys like that guy, but I think we can do much better than that. I mean, he's our last receiver. We need to step that up.
Yeah, I wouldn't say cut him though, because we got him on that last pick of the draft. You know, what's he making, like $1.05 or something? Dude, before we go into games and kicks though, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk Pro Bowl.
Oh yeah, dude. Here it comes.
Our dog.
Tress Way. Yeah, Pro Bowler, where he should have been last year.
That's my dog.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
Way to go, Tressway. You made it. You deserved it.
Yeah.
Now, how did Brandon Scherf make it?
I can't understand that. Now, I did see Brandon Scherf is on injured reserve. He's had I think a torn labrum for maybe the entire season. We really don't know that yet for sure.
If that's
But
the
that
truth,
could-
then that explains a lot.
That explains a lot. Yeah. So, but if he wants to make 13 to 15 million a year, I mean, I don't know. They
If he
know more
wants to
about it in
make-
the locker room than we do.
Dude, if he wants to make 13 to 15 million a year, should have been like my labrum's torn.
Yeah, really.
So Matt Ioannidis was an alternate. He should have made it, in my opinion.
Matt
Actually,
Ioannidis
I don't
should've-
know. Compared to other dudes in the league that I don't follow as closely, I don't know. But he was one of the best players on our team this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And Landon Collins was an alternate.
Yeah.
He's
I
been
guess that's
okay.
about right. Just playing next to Josh Norman for most of the season didn't do him any favors. That's for sure.
So
Sorry, I'm eating my gingerbread cookies right now. I'm hungry.
it's all right. Congratulations to those dudes. Is the Pro Bowl back in Hawaii, or is it like in Florida or some other random place now?
I don't know where the Pro Bowl is this year. What's up?
I don't know. I'm gonna go one of these years when it's in Hawaii. I'm not going if it's in Jacksonville.
Yeah, right.
Hawaii.
Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl will be at the Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, when is it gonna be? I might be down in Orlando.
January 26th.
No, I'm not gonna be. But maybe I'm gonna start planning trips where I am there during the Pro Bowl.
There you go. That'd be
John,
nice.
let's just fly down there.
That'd be nice. Dude, I'll just fly down.
We would have fly there to see Tressway. Anyway, congratulations to those guys for their selection into the Pro Bowl from a team that's really bad.
From a team that is what are we? 3-11?
We're 3-11. We
3-11.
dude, we totally should have won this game though. I mean,
I know, man.
it sucks because it was the one game where I thought we should have won, right? And we
Yeah.
didn't. Not a game where we almost won where we shouldn't have. And then you know that I had a Bells concert and I left with like 12 seconds left after the game was blown. And then I was like, what happened? And you were like,
Josh Norman gave up a damn touchdown.
Josh Norman gave up the touchdown, and then there was a fumble for another touchdown. I'm like,
And that was on the last play too. I mean, that's I think that's the second time that's happened to us this year, is giving
Yeah.
up a fumble for 6. But I mean, that happens.
yeah, I mean, that was a desperation time anyway, but still,
Yeah.
they should have won that freaking game if it wasn't for Josh Norman.
Pretty much, yeah.
But there was something else I was going to say about this game, and I don't remember what it was. I don't know. Should we go into our games and kicks?
I think we should.
Okay.
And now, the coveted and ever-elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Award is brought to you by nobody. Go ahead and give yours out, dude.
I'll give mine to Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry. He had a fantastic game.
He totally did.
Like we said, he had
He had a lot of yak.
lots of yards after catch. 5 receptions, 130 yards, touchdown. Good game. Very, very good game.
Yep. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching him play.
It would have been nice for our defense to be able to step up and hold them a little bit better, but
It's
that's
gonna
what
be
happens when you
interesting
give them
today,
20
too,
points in the fourth quarter.
being that we have no defensive backs today.
Nope. Tell me about it.
I'm looking again right now to see if the inactives have been listed on CBS. No, ESPN. They're
They're
in. Here's who's inactive today. Hot off the presses.
Hot
Oh, and
off
we
the
have to
presses.
talk about this guy because he was active last week, and we're like, who the heck was he? But anyway, he's inactive this week. Quentin Dunbar, inactive.
Yeah.
Josh Harvey Clemens. Colt McCoy. Fabian Moreau is out.
Really?
Rosh
We got- Who's
Perschbacher.
playing defensive? They have to play Josh Norman.
Yeah, I don't know who's playing defensive back. That's what I'm telling you. Caleb Wilson.
Who?
He's a tight end, apparently. He's inactive. We may have just signed him this week.
I think we did.
So it does not say that what's his face? Landon Collins is inactive, so he's playing.
I don't
And
know.
Josh Ferguson, the running back. We were watching the game last week, and we're like, "Who's this Josh Ferguson dude that just ran for 9 yards?" And he had number 36, so the announcers thought it was Clinton Portis. Remember? I mean, not Clinton Portis. Thought it was AP for a while.
That's because it was what's his face? That linebacker guy that's kind of Spielman, Chris Spielman.
Chris Spielman.
He's very intense.
Wasn't he from the Lions? I don't know.
Vikings?
Anyway,
like that.
he came in for like one play and ran 9 yards, and then I don't remember seeing him again. And now he's inactive, so I guess that was his 15 minutes of fame or 5 seconds of fame.
They're still getting paid.
But it really is a mystery right now who is going to play defensive back here in an hour.
I think it's going to be Josh Norman because I don't know who else they're going to play.
And who else? Danny Wilson.
Danny Wilson, who's going to be the nickelback? John Adams.
I need to almost go to the Redskins roster and try to figure out who can play because I don't know.
And we know the Redskins roster is behind.
Yeah, how are we going to figure out who's even on it? Not redskins.com. Let's look on ESPN's version, see if they have it. Let's see. We are going to... Oh, man, it won't let me organize it by position. Okay. Oh, it already is organized by position. All right, here's who we got. At cornerback, Fabian Moreau, out.
Right.
We got some dude named Cody Sensabaugh.
Sensabaugh? Like from the Cowboys?
Oh, my gosh. Is that dude?
I think so.
So we got a Cowboy playing cornerback today?
Oh, my God. And he's like retired.
We got some dude named Kayvon Webster out of South Florida.
Alvin Coleman.
He's a 7-year player.
Cody Sensabaugh.
And Maurice Smith.
Kayvon Webster. Jeremy Reeves.
Oh, he's been there, though.
For like a few weeks, yeah.
Troy, I thought we drafted him. Anyway. Troy Apke is playing safety, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be Troy Apke, Jeremy Reeves, and Landon Collins switching out at safety. But cornerback is going to be these guys. Ready? We just said it. Maurice Smith, Kayvon Webster, Cody Sensabaugh, who might be the Cowboy, and your favorite and John's, Josh Norman, and Danny Johnson. And we also have Sean Colvin.
This guy played for Tennessee, Rams, Giants, Pittsburgh, and Denver. He is not the same guy that played for the Cowboys.
Oh, good. And didn't Sean Colvin get injured last week, and that's why Norman had to come in?
I'm sorry, I was listening to Sean Colvin. What?
Didn't Sean Colvin get injured last week, and that's why they had to bring in Norman?
Is that Norman came home?
Norman came home with a vengeance. Isn't that why he came in, though? Am I correct?
I guess. I mean,
who was
everybody and the brother was getting injured in the secondary. It was one of those games.
All right, and we are definitely the only people on the interwebs to bring this up. Who is this Doom guy that was walking around on the sidelines?
Doom guy.
Remember the Doom? I was like, who is this Doom guy that's standing on the sidelines?
Are you sure it wasn't Odom? I thought it was Odom.
Oh, maybe it was. Okay, it looked like it said
Pretty sure
Doom.
it was Odom.
I thought it said Doom.
But now his name is Doom. Forever and ever, his name is now Doom.
Yeah, it's no longer Odom because I could have sworn it said Doom. But it makes sense, Odom, like I just was dyslexic with the two letters.
Well, the D and the O might have looked the same.
Oh,
and
yeah,
for all we know, I mean,
little
somebody
notch.
may have sewn his name backwards on the jersey or something.
It's happened before, dude. They've spelled names wrong before. And
sure
Doom
does.
sounds
It
so
sure
much
has.
more menacing than Odom.
Doom is
Who
good
is
to
this
me.
Doom guy?
Who's
His
this
new
Doom?
name is... what's his first name anyway?
Chris
Chris.
Doom.
Now his name's Chris Doom. Chris Odom.
Where is
Doom.
Odom? He's on here somewhere. It is Chris Odom.
All right. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty scary today as far as defensive backs go. We need to keep pressure on this rookie quarterback with
Daniel Jones is back in.
Odom, for example, Doom. And
this is going to be a great test of whether the front seven can make up for a bad secondary this game. And I don't think it's going to. I think we're going to be giving up some long touchdowns in this game.
Oh, yeah. And I also expect Landon Collins to be overly amped like he was in the first game and like take bad angles, but we'll see.
I'm worried about him because if you got a hamstring injury and you're coming back too quick, I mean, they can last.
No, Achilles.
Oh, Achilles.
It's even worse.
Oh, man. Well, I mean,
it said he had a sore Achilles.
Yeah.
He could rip it.
He could.
He could rip that thing. He doesn't want to rip that Achilles.
You don't want to rip that Achilles. Don't rip that Achilles. That might be the title for our episode this week.
Don't rip that Achilles. Doom. Achilles of Doom. Anyway, did we give or you gave your game ball, but I was interrupted myself with the
that's right. Yeah. What game ball do you want to put on here?
I really want to give two of them.
Okay.
I want to give the first one to Ryan Anderson for having a great game. And even he would have had more sacks if he didn't get called on bogus penalties like the one on. He would have had at least 3 sacks and a forced fumble probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So he's getting my game ball for stepping it up. And then I'm also giving one to Dwayne Haskins just for having the best game of his career. And that was encouraging to see going into this game as well as next season.
Yeah.
So that's who my game balls are going to.
All right, dude, let's get those kicks going.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
Kicking the Balls Award.
Josh Norman.
Josh Norman.
All right.
All right, we're done with that.
Josh Norman.
No one else even comes close to deserving it, in my opinion.
Hey, we got someone in the peanut gallery.
Oh, we do? Hey, David Herzing and Maya 0724.
Whoever took Sure spot. Yeah, that Wes Martin guy. He had a good game. We talked about him actually about that Scherf actually has a torn labrum, but we don't. Oh, maybe a torn labrum, but we don't know how long he's had that and whatnot. But that may have explained why he's sucked so badly this year. We don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I ate a cookie.
Everyone's piling on Norman in there.
They
so
should
let's
be.
welcome David Herzing and Maya 0724 into the peanut gallery. Maya's a Niners fan, so that's another team that took one of our coaches and like did something with them.
Yeah, right. And they won yesterday too on the surprise Saturday of football.
Oh, they did.
So they won in that every single year.
So they won, and that basically eliminated our other former coach, the Rams, from playoff contention.
Yeah. So that was interesting.
All right, so Kicking the Balls Award. Norman. That's it. Anyone else in the peanut gallery have another Kicking the Balls Award? Anyone?
Anyone?
Minuski?
Norman. Cut!
Let me just tell you this. They need to have Rob Ryan dress up as Santa Claus for this game this week. Why? Because it would be hilarious. It would spread Christmas joy to the team that is horrible. Teams. Both teams that are horrible and their fans. That would be
any team that he's been a coach with, which is like 5 or 6 teams.
He could go around throwing like little like beer koozies out to the stands.
Here you go, kid. Have a beer koozie. Here you go.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
Do we have anything else to add before we go watch some sports?
I'm ready. I'm watching sports right now.
On your lighting?
On my lighting, yep.
Awesome. I wish I had a TV right here where I could watch some sports.
How many
But I
TVs
don't.
do you have in your house? Because we have 2, and this is the second one.
I've got one right there in this room, in this studio.
Just
I've
in the
got,
studio.
how many monitors are in here? Let me tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How about that?
And there's one over there that's not plugged in. 7. But only one TV. How many TVs are in my house? See, I inherited all these TVs and monitors and things from when our business closed.
Oh, that's true.
So, in the whole house, let me think how many are in here. It's a lot, dude. 1,
We've got 2.
2, 3, 4, 5. Does the projector count?
Yes.
6, about 7 or 8.
That's because you have 2 kids.
No, it's basically because whenever I get a new TV, I move one into another room that doesn't have one. Anyway, let's let people go. Hey, Bryce Johnson, welcome to the chat room. Anyway, I think, does that pretty much round it out?
I think so. I mean, whoever loses today still has a chance at the number 1 pick.
Oh, we still
And
have
with
shows.
our secondary, it just might be us.
I still, man, whenever we get beat by the Giants, which happens more often than it should,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind us winning at least one divisional game. I'd rather it be against the Cowboys if I had my choice.
Yeah.
And they may be resting people next week if they lose.
If they
or
win today and the Eagles lose, they've got the division wrapped up. The Eagles have to win one more game than them.
Bryce Johnson just said, enjoy the games. Try to enjoy the games.
Hope so.
Enjoy time with your family in this holiday season today.
Enjoy time walking around the grocery store listening to
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Can't believe you haven't heard that on Disney. I'm surprised single one of your T-shirts aren't on Disney, or your T-shirts, your TVs aren't on Disney.
I have been watching
Plus.
The Mandalorian, which is amazing. But anyway.
I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch that sometimes this week. Now that I'm on vacation.
You can binge watch the 7 episodes.
I've had a person at work who's told me every day, she's like, have you watched The Mandalorian yet?
You're like, no.
And I'm like, nope, I'm going to binge watch.
They're not very long. Like, some of them are only like 30 minutes and some of them are like 40.
Okay, yeah.
I think one of them
good.
might only be like 27. So it's not like Game of Thrones where they're like an hour and 2 minutes long. Anyway, I think that about rounds it up. So Merry Christmas to you guys. I hope you enjoy some time with your family. Maybe we'll get a victory today or next week.
I hope so. We'll see.
Well, at least hopefully something positive will happen.
But whatever it is, I'm still in the boat unless we get even if we get the number 1 draft pick, we need to trade back. We've got so many holes on the offensive line and in the defensive secondary. The entire secondary is like out, except for Landon Collins. He's got a sore Achilles.
Yeah, I don't know who's playing defense.
And we need to replace Trey Quinn.
But they can't be worse than Josh Norman.
It's the worst thing ever.
Anyway. All right, dudes.
Add
We'll
him
let
to the
you
list,
guys go
people.
watch your friend Trevor Mattich. And Brian Mitchell cussing people out. And our good pal Pete
Terry
Haley.
McLaurin is Brian Mitchell Jr., man. He looks just like him.
Yep. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys next week. Send us an email, Aaron or John or even Josh at harryhogfootball.com.
Yeah.
Tweet at us at harryhog. Check out the podcast, harryhogfootball.com. You can get the latest link to the podcast version and the YouTube version right there on the page.
And we will be recording another episode sometime this week. It's Christmas week, so it's going to be weird. So we got to figure this out. Go, Joe!
For those of you guys late into the chat room, check out my new mug that John sent me for Christmas. My new old mug.
You new old mug.
We don't understand the purple background, but
Purple background, Joe Gibbs. Yeah.
he was a leader of men.
He was a leader of men. He's still a leader of men.
All right, dudes. Talk to you guys later. Hail to the Redskins. And if you see a Cowboys fan,
You know what to do. Joker!
Hey!